Yo, what's up? What's up? It's your boy, Pastor Ron, and welcome to Game Day Gospel International Break. Man, you chilling. It's actually a week, a little stress. I would hope we're still trying to check in. Please don't forget to continue to share this, to hear my rants, to hear my pain. Don't forget to share this, get this out there. Continue to listen, continue to follow. Don't forget the comments, man. It means a lot. I appreciate you guys. Today's supposed to be a chill day, man. We're not going to talk too crazy. I'm going to talk too long. Some news with the boys over at Old Trafford. You know, our drive for top four is still alive. This week a couple of teams dropped. A couple of teams caught a couple L's. I also got to point out how Chelsea had a great game, bro. Great game against Man City, man. Man, it was a good game. Watching these games is just it's stressful, bro. Because you see your team playing like caca, and your team is unwatchable, while other teams are putting on shows and playing well, etc., etc. So we're chilling right now. We're hopefully use this couple of weeks to kind of recalibrate ourselves, to get ourselves together, to make sure that we're ready to go for this. Right now we're in the top 6. We're 6th in the league, 21 points. As chaotic as it may be, still 6th in the league, bro. I don't get it. It shows you how weak the league is. When I talk about us being able to finish in the top 6, top 4, it's because the league is just weak. It's not saying we're that good or we deserve to finish in the top 4. Obviously, we don't. We're one of the top 4 teams in the league in terms of play, but we're in it. 21 points. Newcastle's a point behind us. We trail City, the Pool, Arsenal, Spurs, who are tumbling, and Villa. I'm just waiting for Villa. Can't keep up this pace. Like the two teams ahead of us, Villa and the Spurs, can't keep up this pace. The Spurs are starting to tumble. Villa is going to be Villa. Villa has eight wins, right behind Man City, and they're levels with the Spurs, Arsenal, and Pool. So that's not sustainable. They're gonna dip. Long season, and the hope is as they dip, we are ascending. So it should be interesting. I also am banking on the coach to get fired sometime around Christmas, so that should help out as well. And in our quest to the top 4, December's brutal. We play the Pool. We play Everton when we come back. Newcastle. Who else do we play? They play West Ham. I think Villa. Yeah, it's a tough stretch for us. So we'll see. We'll see what this team is made of. But right now, and also in news, we're sitting here and counting down or saying it's official with the new ownership. I'm not here to complain about new ownership. Despite a couple of podcasts ago, I went over how we have the highest payroll, how the Glazers are paying money. So we can't sit here and talk about the Glazers as much. Yes, the building is torn up. Yes, it's poor structure. We're ran like a business, etc., etc. I get it, but I'm right at this point. I'll deal with the Glazers later. Right now, my goal is to get better football on the field and better quality of football on the field. And the Glazers have given us enough to beat Brighton. They're giving us enough to beat Sheffield United very convincingly. So I don't want to hit Glazers right now. We got to focus on what's ahead of us. I'm tired of this victim and excuse mentality. We just got to play better, man. You know what I mean? That's what it boils down to. So we definitely got to touch on that. But a couple things that I'm hearing. One thing is that it's it's good news, bad news. It's a mixed bag. One thing that I'm hearing is that I read online is that we're gonna spend some money in January. See, the problem with us spending money in January is that the expectation is that this coach is going to say who we should get. How are we trusting this guy over another transfer window where obviously he does not know what he's doing in terms of players? So much so, it's also reported that they want to get rid of Martial, Casemiro, I think Vernane, and a couple other guys. And the ownership also wants to get rid of Antony. And the coach is saying no, he does not want to sell Antony. He feels he could do well. So there's a power struggle between, I guess, the decision makers and the manager. That as they're saying, yo, let's dump these guys, let's get rid of these guys. The coach is saying, no, yeah, I could do this guy, but he's resistant in selling off Antony. Like, what is it, bro? Like, just give it up, bro. Anthony's not built to play here, bro. I get him, he's your guy. But I think right now his value is at the highest it's going to be. Let's get 20 M's for this guy and move on. Or let's pray for the Saudis to come in and say, let's get this guy. I'm serious. Like, this guy has no value. He does not belong on a pitch. He does nothing. Another one of these energy guys is running around a damn pitch like a bunch of dummies. That's not producing anything. It's like so. And if we get a chance to get rid of this guy, let's do it, bro. So, So I'm just like, yo, what are we doing here, bro? Seriously, what are we doing? So that's an interesting power struggle. It's an interesting fight to see how this is going to happen, how things are going to end up. But this guy needs to chill. He's lucky to still be managing this team. Hopefully he's not in place to manage over this, to be the manager and make decisions over the window, because I'm rooting for Antony. I want the guy to succeed, but he's not him, bro. He's not the man. You gotta let him go. And for you to sit here and be like, no, I'm not getting rid of Antony, then that's a problem, dog. Then you go with him. How about that? How about Mr. Clean, tough guy? You leave with him. Who are you to sit here and say, no, Antony can't go? Allegedly. Frick out of here, bro. You gotta kick rocks, man. So yeah, man. So that's the thing. And he's getting rid of guys like, again, Casemiro, Vernane. I don't think Casemiro's hurt. That's a cap. Don't forget. Remember the last time Casemiro played was a Champions League game, and he played and he came off at halftime. And when he said he came off at halftime, is again, it's for tactics. He said, I forgot the exact term he used. Like, I need the ball to move, or I need us to start playing football, something along those lines. That's what he said about Casemiro being taken out for Amrabat. And that wasn't his last game. The next game after that, he came and he left. And then it comes to find out he's hurt. What this guy is doing is sitting here and finding ways to get rid of any strong personalities in the locker room. Anybody who has some knowledge and who has some sense, same thing with Vernane, he's undermining Vernane. Anybody that has a voice that offers a bit of resistance, he's getting rid of. Anybody that talks back to him, let's say like, yo, you're stupid, this makes no damn sense, he's getting rid of. Because he's a sucker, bro. He's fugazi. He's a fake tough guy. That he wants only around him yes men, even if they have no talent. As long as they say yes, that's the guys he wants. As long as they bow down to whatever he's doing, those are the guys that he wants. Meanwhile, we're the joke of the Premier League. Meanwhile, every single day I wake up to freaking jokes and memes because of the dumb stuff that we do. But, we got these 8 guys that died for the badge. No talent. You moron. Freaking moron, bro. So he's getting rid of Casemiro. And listen, it's not an issue. I'm not married to Casemiro. If he has to go, he has to go. He's old. That was a bad contract. $350 a week is a lot of money. Third highest paid player in the EPL is stupid. I'm not mad, but I just don't like the fact that he's sitting here trying to have yes men in the locker room. Have a bunch of guys who are sitting here and doing exactly what he wants. And anyone that resists or has a voice that questions him, he's getting rid of. What have you done, dog? Who are you to sit here and tell me that certain people can't play? So that's crazy, man. That's crazy to see. Another thing I heard is that Sir Jim Ratface is saying that we can't sell Sancho. And he wants Sancho back on the squad. I pray this John is true, bro. Fam, imagine. Nah, my G. Imagine Sancho coming into practice on Monday. Nah, fam. To be a fly on the wall in that room. Imagine a man comes to practice on Monday, stares down the coach, and say, throw me the ball. Nah. Sorry, that's funny. Imagine that, bro. Imagine he comes into into practice Monday morning, strolls in after the break, like, yo, what's good, E? Like what's good, Eric? Remember me? Fam. No apology, no nothing. He's like, yo, he wants him back on the squad. That's a madness, bro. That's a madness. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Yeah, so apparently he wants him back on the squad. So we gotta see, man. We gotta see. Because apparently no one really wants him that much. We're hearing Juvie and maybe Saudis, but I don't think the market is that crazy. Because what's probably happening is that teams realize what are they gonna do when at a position of advantage. So we can't sit there and say, "Give me X, give me Y." What are you gonna do with him? What are you gonna do with him? No, I'm giving you $5. What are you gonna do with him? He's already in exile. He has to leave, so I'm not gonna negotiate with you. Yo, but Sir Jim Ratface is saying, "Oh my God, if that happens, bro, it'd be worth the whole the whole purchase, because that will be funny." Yo, the first time they sit there and the guy calls him to play, they guys stand next to each other, bro. I would be crying, bro. And that's the joint I want to happen. For them to sit there and be like, yo, damn, I ain't got that much power. I ain't got power. Yep. There's a new sheriff in town. Quit. Please do. Please, Mr. Clean, quit. So we sit there and see that, man, and that's funny. So there's a lot of rumors and, innuendos and stuff going on until it's finalized, which they're saying is close. Then we just got to wait and see how it's going to happen. And of course, they're saying that everybody's job is being evaluated. They have to say that, but, there'll be a new director of football. There are going to be some changes in terms of infrastructure. It's just the dynamic is not known because who has the power? Do the Glazers still have power to veto or recommend or force certain players? Like, what is the dynamic of it? So that's left to be said. But yo, I'm crying, fam. Saying, yo, Sancho has to come back. No apology necessary. Man, fam, man, yo. I would pay to be at that first practice when he walks in, when he prances in, he pulls up to the John, and I gotta reactivate his ID. Oh my God, I'm rolling, bro. Talk about stress. Boy, gonna be on manners, humble to show his extended power. So we're sitting here, man. So Eriksen is hurt out for a month, so now it's time for Mason Mount to step up. Højlund is also out for a couple weeks, I think hamstring. Eriksen out for a month, knee issue. So injuries piling up. As much as teams go through that, we're the only team that has that many practices. Why? Because we try to rely on old people. We probably, homeboy, so focused on practice and training. You got these guys training and running suicides at 35 years old with a bad heart. So it caused all these muscle strains and whatnot. So it happens. It's expected. I hope he's happy. So much damn focus on training. So then, Haaland is out. Yeah, I'm sitting there thinking about Højlund, bro. He needs to score. Between me and you, fam, he needs to score. I mean, the Champions League games goals are good. I think he has like 4 or 5 goals in the Champions League. That's cool. But he needs to score. A couple of last game, he had a sitter that he missed. He hit. There's too many of those. He needs to start to get to a point where, 9 games, 12 shots, you're a number 9. You got to sit here and score. I think he's one of the greatest players. Potentially, he can be one of the greatest players out. He has the attitude, but the attitude don't work, man. Proof's in the pudding. So I'm sitting there thinking. I was thinking this week. I was like, yo, out of all young players, is he one of the top young players in the EPL right now? We talk about, like, I'm trying to defend him. So in one of the chats, they called him 009. I was like, yo, man, Haaland's one of the best young players out, bro. So, and I'm like, so I was gonna respond like, yo, he's one of the best players out, like, so leave him alone, he's gonna be fine. And I had to pause and reflect. Is he one of the best players? Like, is he one of the top 10 young players in the EPL right now? So I decided to do a list of top 10 young players. So players that, when I say young, I am saying born in 2000 and after, so 23. So best players 23 and under in the EPL. And, a lot of potential, a lot going on. Let me give you my list. Number 10, Garnacho. And I was scared to put Garnacho on here because I don't like how he's playing lately. I don't like what he's doing. I don't like his attitude. I don't like his first touch. I don't like his quality of play. I feel like him starting these last few games kind of exposed him. So he's if you asked me last year, he'll be higher up on the list. But he barely made number 10. He barely made number 10 on that list because it's all right. It's time for you to produce. Garnacho was known for, if he gets a first touch, he blows past you, and he forces a shot over the crossbar. That's Garnacho. That's not enough, bro. That's not enough. Because he's going to turn into Anthony. That's Anthony. Anthony gets the ball, does some R2, L2 skill moves, use an analog stick, use a D-pad, and then sit there and sky's a shot. Not on target. We can't have that. So, number 10 player under 20, 23 and under is Garnacho. Number 9. Number 9 is a guy that I am very high on. I was higher on, but he had a tough year last year. And, Cat's talking about his moms and whatnot. His mom was outside, bro. That's a madness when your mom is outside, bro. Foden. Foden is, to me, is the ninth best young player in the EPL. 3 goals, 3 assists. This year he's back in form, playing well, and I think if you asked me this 2 years ago, he would have been the second best, third best, top guys. But I can't ignore his poor form of last year, and despite his poor form of last year, he didn't do that bad. Despite him having not the best year, his form, like, he did a lot better than a lot of players out there. So I can't, as much as you want to sit there and say, oh, this guy's form sucks. Last year, he started in 22 games. Damn, jeez. 17 GAs, 11 goals, 6 assists. Damn. That's not bad for... That's not bad. I'll take that for certain men right now. Started 22 games, 11 goals, 6 assists. I mean, let me be quiet, bro. Yeah. So, and to me, I think he had a bad year. He didn't play that well. Took a dip last year. So, yeah. So to me, I think he could end up being the best guy on this list. Tell you, he's nice, bro. Cold, bro. Cold. So, number 9. Number 8, another guy tied to Man City. This guy just hop up on the scene and rumblings, but he's playing well. Cole Palmer, bro. 4 goals, 2 assists. I know he's the old Bruno with the penalties and whatnot, but he's a good player, bro. He scored a sick goal for Man City early in the year before he got transferred out. Good player, man. A lot of potential. Seems like he might have all the tools and stuff to do well. Number 7 is another guy who's been on the scene for a little while. Now he has more opportunity to play. It's Michael Olise, bro. My guy at the Crystal Palace. Michael Olise. Been around for a while now. That Zaha is at Galatasaray, bro. He has an opportunity to be the man. A lot of skill, a lot of pace, a lot of energy. Young guy, but he's nice, bro. He has the tools, bro. Just put it together. He might end up leaving Palace to hit his peak, but I think he has the potential. Number 6 is a guy who's done it on an international level. Done it prior to getting to the EPL. Didn't realize this bull is so young. What's pissing me off with this list is watching all these guys you see, is seeing how young they are. But this guy is a midfield beast. Get another person just kind of gathering themselves and getting themselves together. He's 22 years old, my guy. That's Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez is number 6 on my list. Common force, gets it, mature beyond his years. Had success outside the EPL, and now he's finally his good play is what's causing Chelsea to somewhat turn the corner. Not saying they're there yet. It's weird with Chelsea. You want to see them do well against bad teams. So, they play well against Arsenal. They should have defeated Arsenal. They play well against Man City. Maybe outplayed Man City this past week, but they lost their previous game to a crappy squad. I forgot who they played. They had a game. They sat there to right after the Arsenal game. They had a game against. Forgot who they played. They played someone and they lost. But they're who did they play? But either way, they sat there and they played. They're running a hot streak. I don't know if it's just form is temporary, right? So are they having good form, or are they actually a good squad? Is Poach doing his thing, or is just happening to be, a good run? Like Man used on. I think, man, you had a couple of wins, but is it they're figuring things out and winning these games? Or they're just lucky, or they have they changed. So it's interesting to see. So number 6 is Enzo, another guy I would take in our midfield right now. Our midfield is probably the worst midfield in the world. So you're gonna tell me men like Bruno, McTominay, what's that other bull's name? Ericsson. That's our midfield. That's our middle three going against Calcedo and Enzo and men like that. Frick out of here, bro. That's a joke, right? That's a joke. That's the same guy that's going to be overseeing our next transfer window. Frick out of here, bro. Number 5. This guy's I'm a fan of his despite being an enemy. I think he's a baller. The best signing of the summer, Dominic Sololobai. He's a baller. He's to me a great midfielder. Like his level of calm, his level of control. Like it's like like a computer. Like when he gets the ball, Sololobai is sitting here, bro, and he's just calculating the game. Like like they tell you about football, and I learned this through Pro Club. It's like you should kind of know what you're doing before the ball gets to you. And I think this guy sees the pitch. He sees everything before the ball gets there. So it's very a calming, a calming force. I can't even explain what this guy does. But he's a good man. 23 years old, sitting here. His numbers probably don't stick out to you, but if you really watch the game, 1 goal, 2 assists. If you really watch the game, the level of control he has on the game is crazy. And the fact, what he's actually doing has given McAllister a chance to get himself together. Because McAllister was the big signing, and what he's done, his work has caused McAllister to kind of have a cushion to get better. And these are guys that Manchester, you just not sign. We don't sign people like this. We don't find guys like this. I don't know what the hell our guys do. It's number 5. Number 4. He's not a guy I care for much, but, give credit where credit's due. Saka. Saka's the 4th best young guy, in my opinion. 23 and under. As much as I'm not a fan, and I think that he is overrated, but I think he has great skill. I think he should be the leader of Arsenal. It's another guy, like, he's old in soccer years. Like, he's been around for a while. And this whole potential thing over him is no longer a thing. It's time for you to step up. He had a chance last year. I think he was one of the biggest reasons they lost last year. That missed penalty turned that season around. He can't do that, bro. He can't be missing penalties. Like, he's a leader of that squad. So I think it's time for him to really establish himself, because he could be a superstar if he asserts himself. But in big games, he goes missing, or when he shows up to miss a penalty. So I think he needs that moment, that time for him to turn around. But he does have the tools, but we don't want him to be. I think he still has a lot of potential. That's the worst thing you could do. So I think number 4 is Saka. Good numbers, good goals. But again, he needs to step up. He needs to get better. He needs to be the leader of that squad, to be the man of that squad. 7 goals this year. Yeah. He's doing his thing. So I think it's crucial. How many career goals does Saka have? 5 years, right? If you include this year, 6, 20, 11, 35 goals. 35 goals. Last year was a good year. 25 GH, 14 goals, 11 assists. But they're quiet goals. You know what I'm saying? He's 22. It's time for him to step up to Saka's, to me, fourth best young player in the EPL. Number 3. This guy's a favorite guy. I'm constantly talking about him in the group chat. Had a great year last year. I believe the heir apparent internationally to the GOAT, Julian Alvarez. That boy is bad, bro. Cold, bro. Cold. He's like in terms of, hey, Ron, pick anybody on the list to put in your squad, it's Alvarez. Even though Wreck-It Ralph didn't recommend us to get him for like 12 M's. And our leadership and our coach said no. He told the coach, here's the guys you got to sign. The coach said, nah, I got this. Nah. What do you know about signing Julian Alvarez? I'll sign Anthony instead. Frecati. Today should be a calm. You see my tone? I'm trying to chill today. I'm not trying to argue. I'm not trying to get upset. International break. I'm trying to cool out. But Alvarez has it, bro. To me, he is my favorite, and to me the best young player in the EPL. He could do it all. So far this year, 12 starts, 4 goals, 4 assists, 8 GAs, bro. I think internationally he's just under the tutelage of the GOAT, bro. So he's, to me, that's my guy. That's the guy I think is the best. Number 2, I mean, obviously number 1 is Haaland, right? No, Haaland's the best guy. I'm gonna keep it a bean. I almost put this guy number 1 because I think his impact and him being the best at his position should account for more. He's irreplaceable. That's Saliba. Saliba, to me, cold, bro. Cold. And you know what? Again, you can't argue with Haaland's numbers, records, blah blah blah. But I really think Saliba's the best center back in the league right now. If you figure age, do you know? I gotta pull this number out. Do you know he leads the league in passes? He leads the EPL in passes, and it's not even close, bro. Let me try to pull this up right now. I'm sorry, he's number 2. Dunk is number 1, 1144. Saliba is number 2, 1002. Like, that's crazy, bro. Like, he's one of the top 2 guys in passing and he controls the game, dog. He's not one of these brutes that sit here and just knocks you over and gets the ball. He controls the game. He's active, bro. I think he's good, man. I think all respect to Van Dijk. He's good, bro. He's good. He's very, very good. And I think he is harder to replace than Haaland. I could find if you put Højlund on Manchester City, he may not be as prolific as Haaland, but he'll put up numbers. He'll put up numbers. And it's not to say Haaland is not good before you guys threaten me and saying about my crib. Not saying Haaland is not good, but I'm also saying that Haaland is dependent on the team around him. Watch when KDB comes back, how his game steps up. Watch. I think, again, he has physical attributes. He has different nuance and things he's able to do in order to get these goals. So that cannot be undervalued for Haaland. But I think Saliba is irreplaceable. You know, talking to Arsenal fans, they say that he's the main reason they lost last year. That he was not there, and the team took a downward turn. So in terms of position, age, 22, bro, like 6'4". Frick out of here, bro. So in terms of all that, I have to, I put Saliba number 2 and Haaland number 1. Yeah, and I think it's closer than most people think. Like Haaland, for many is the obvious answer, but in terms of, listen, it's like those talking about Mbappe versus Haaland. Well, Haaland had 24 goals and 32 goals last year, world record pace. Yeah, it's cool. That's great, but he's not Mbappe. Thanks for sharing. He's not Mbappe. So cut the crap. It's not to knock the dude. I'm not bad mouthing the bull, but I'm just also saying, like, preference wise, and to me, who's irreplaceable? It's Haaland, bro. I mean, it's Saliba. They could find Haaland. City was winning without Haaland. If you take Saliba off Arsenal's not in the top 4. I can't say not. They won't be a lock for the top 4. Right now, they're pretty much a lock. Like, it's like, honestly, to the top 3 is set in the EPL. The race is for the 4th position. Take Saliba off that squad. They're not a lock. They'll be fighting like Villa, the Spurs, and them guys. But if you find Haaland, City's still winning, bro. You know what's annoying about City though? They have 3 guys in this list. All that winning and crap. Actually, they also have Palmer. They let go of all that winning they have. Yeah. So that's my list. Tell me what you guys think. Do you agree with it? Do you think I'm bugging? I think these are the guys that I've watched throughout the season. Young guys that have made the greatest impact and are the best potential. Some actually doing it. But these are the top 10 guys that, as you can see, Højlund's not on there. I wanted to put Højlund number 10, but I had to put Garnacho there because of production. You can't be 009 and top player. Do I think he is one of the top players? Yes. Do I think eventually he's going to surpass Garnacho? I think Garnacho's not going to work out. It's not even an issue of coach. I think it's just an issue of attitude. He's very, very arrogant. He's Anthony. He's trending towards Anthony. Yeah. So we'll see. So again, tell me what you guys think. I figure food for thought and discussion during the international break. So we'll see what happens. Let's see what's going on with the team and the squad and new ownership and new leadership and different changes. If anything breaks, anything pops up, I'll be back on to talk about it. Until then, we'll talk next week. God bless you. Appreciate the love. Peace.